What's up, everybody? This is Brandon here again. I want to say also what's up to my Trevor Lawrence defenders and my Trent Baalke masterclass. Hashtag users. What's up with you guys? How you guys feeling? Good, I hope. Another pathetic performance. Ran the ball well, but really, this is not surprising. We've been running the ball well the whole season, and it's done pretty much nothing for us. 2 wins, 2-6. This game was pitiful. I didn't feel confident at all with Trevor throwing the ball. Any kind of success and any chance we had at winning would be to run the ball. And, I feel like, you saw this success happen early on, and they got away from the formula, what got them up 10-0. So, this one is on the coaches. Game plan was poorly designed, I'd say. They didn't account for the fact that we needed to grind this Broncos defense in the second and third quarter so that we get them tired in the fourth. If anything, I felt like you put in Snoop Connor and start grinding on them. I felt like we had the ability to do that, and we didn't do it. But again, it's really not much. There's not much to say from last week to this week. You literally could have carbon copied the Giants, game plan that they used against us the previous week and do the same game plan with the Broncos, and we would have won this game, hands down. But it's really just this one's on the players, it's on the coaches, it's on the staff, it's on everybody. There's no defense for it. I pretty much said everything I needed to say in the last video. I mean, look, you got Trevor Lawrence playing poor. He's playing like a bad quarterback. He's playing like one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Obviously, there's a few people who I would say are worse than him, but he's in the bottom tier. He's not in the top tier. From an offensive line perspective, they're okay. They're average, but when you need them to provide the protection, guess what? We get sacks in crucial moments. Is it partly because Trevor's holding the ball a little too long? Sure. But, we get some holding calls. We get some false starts. We give up sacks in crucial moments. So cohesively, I'm okay with them. I feel okay about them. But they're not getting the job done. Running backs is the only position group I say we're getting the job done. Outside of ball security and fumbling, in the red zone, they're delivering on, making things happen when, the team needs a spark, when there's nothing going. Wide receivers poor. Christian Kirk is like regressing even more each week. He's not showing up, especially in this game. He needed to show up in this game in the slot. Ronald Darby's out. You got Zay Jones and Marvin Jones lined up with Patrick Surtain and Kayvon Williams. So, this was his moment to shine, and he didn't deliver. Evan Ingram, I thought, for a tight end, he's playing similar to how you would judge the offensive line. Good, but in crucial moments where you need him to make a catch or you need him to make a play, he's like a ghost. He ain't there. So, again, that's just the offense in a nutshell. I would say Doug's got to give up the play calling, give it to Press Taylor, and have him try 1 week, see how it goes. Because the connection with the QB and the coach calling the plays right now, whoever the play caller is, which is Doug, it's not working. And it's not advantageous for Trevor at all. They had something good in week 2 and week 3, but I feel like they shifted up, they changed it up, and it's not working well for them anymore. So now there needs to be an adjustment. And as a coach and as a leader, Doug needs to recognize that. A leader can recognize where the things are going wrong and then pull the team together and say, hey, this is how we're going to fix it. One of the things you got to recognize is you're calling some dumb plays, dumb ass plays in the red zone. I'm sorry, but like the red zone inefficiency is on the play calls. So some dumb ass plays on the goal line, and you want to, there's times they want to do an option in the red zone. They want to, on the 1 yard line, go ahead and throw it. Like, this is some dumb shit. And I'm sorry, but like, if you're going to continue with this kind of pattern and you're like, man, we have some red zone inefficiency struggles, let someone else call the plays at that point. Or just let someone else just call the plays for one game just to see how it goes. And if you get some wild success, stick with it. But I feel like they have too much pride, too much arrogance. They're kind of like, no offense to them, but they come off like privileged ass people. Like, to me, I just get a feeling like they're on a high horse. I've accomplished in the league. Look at like my stature. Like, they're not hungry like some of these other, new hired coaches are. I feel like they work super hard. These other new coaches, they're trying to build that chemistry, but I feel like it's very like analytical. It's not like, it's almost not like a natural connection where, you're really understanding the heart, the mind, the kind of style of your quarterback. It's very like, I guess academic in a sense. And that's not real football, man. It's not like, situational football. It's not like that in the real world. You gotta like have to be able to understand the situation, understand your quarterback's strengths and how he really like pulls off wins, and just stick and ride that. And we don't do it. We kind of switch shit up to try a bunch of stuff, and then what winds up happening is we have no identity for a passing offense. For the run game, you see what the identity is: zone read, wide runs with ETN on the outside. They have an identity in the run game, but they have no identity in the pass game. No idea what they're doing, and it's a damn shame, really. It's costing us games. But I can't say like it's 100% the offense, because the defense had a pretty awful game today too. I mean, I've been saying this for weeks, but Josh Allen is not showing up in big moments. He wants to be an elite player, top 100 player, get a big paycheck. He ain't getting it. For me, he's not getting it. He's not showing up. And I'm going to call this dude out because he tried calling me out on a tweet. But Brent Martineau, you were saying, Twitter is funny to all the people criticizing Josh Allen. Yeah, the person who's funny is you for sticking up for him. Where was he this week? Where has he been the past 4 weeks, man? So, you're talking like you know anything about anything, and you're just a buffoon. And we, the fans, are laughing at you. So go ahead and talk whatever kind of shit you want, man. But like, you don't know jack about what you're saying. So, I got no respect for that dude. But everybody else who's like defending Trevor and defending, part of the defense and stuff, it's like, it's an abusive relationship, and you guys just sit there and take it. And I'm not. I call out and I criticize everybody as soon as I recognize that, people are not giving their all. They're not focusing. They fucking let adversity get in the way of them performing. They don't rally as a team. Like, there's so many little things, man, that I won't take from a team that I support. I have a higher standard, and, the rest of the fan base should too. So, it's just not good enough. I'm not even upset or mad anymore, really. I'm just like, I'm not going to say same old Jackson. I'm not that dude, but I'm not surprised. I'm like, from last week to this week, it literally was like, okay, looks like a short week. We're going to London. We got an early game. And it's just like a repeat of last week, man. So it's like, why am I surprised? I don't even care, Like, if you guys are not going to care, why should I care? So, to me, it seems like they don't care. And they're going to ride this thing out. They're packing it in next week, I think. I feel like the players are already giving up. And that's just the culture that is in that locker room. There's a bunch of losers in there who just don't give a shit, and they just want to collect a paycheck. They don't even want to be in Jacksonville, I'm sure of it. They came for the money, and that's it. You got to figure out who the guys who really want to be there. Not the guys who work hard, whatever, but the guys who like genuinely want to be there. Because most players want to work hard because guess what? You can easily get replaced, but the people who love the city, people who love the fans, the people who, really care about the team and the direction where it's going and the vision that, brought them there. And they didn't just go for the paycheck. Those guys will make more of a difference than these other guys. So that's the kind of the players we need on this team. We don't have enough of them. We got guys who, in my opinion, Trevor being one of them, doesn't care enough about football for me. To me, is just lackadaisical, like, yeah, kind of like almost like Blake Bortles in a way, kind of a style. Like Blake Bortles, like, I just work here. Trevor's, to me, giving off that impression to me in every interview I've ever seen. He's just too cool with it. Too cool with losing, because I would not be fucking cool with losing. This should piss you off, and I don't see him getting pissed off at all. So that just means he doesn't care. Simple as that. So let's see what happens. I think if I was like the Jaguars coach or front office, I'd be like, man, we have these sports psychologists. You could talk to them. Get your mind right, because his mind ain't right. His mind's not in a competitive state. He's okay with making these mistakes. The staff is kind of coddling him, saying, it's okay, you're better than that. That shit wouldn't fly with me. So, that's just my take on the game. Lose another one? Who gives a shit, though? Season's done. Like I said last week, it's over. It's been over, so it is what it is.